Odofo ye no wase se waje pene ye ehwe Sikaba TV. Yes so subscribe we are not like here videos no. Na wa share na odofo obi bia enye bi ahwe. Eye owura Wahab Farouk akire na adwen afa ohene Agyapong Kennedy a opese obepre omampani e wo Ghana ha. O kire se Kennedy ebe nwini Massívely a ese nko twe ne ho efiri MPP mu na okogina as independent candidate. Esan say MPP mu no afi na omo ko pre flag bearership race ebia na ankoye ya ama no na mum so otwen ne ho na okogina nche as independent candidate. Eno no Ghana for no yenim ne dada yenim ni njuma a oye wo Ghana hanom dada enti se amanfo no pese omo to ma na independent candidate ni yebehu no na ya ato ama no moma yenkotie ne nsema okafa ohene ba Kennedy Agyapong ho yewia na ne akebia ye de abesom
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong samemi no a emi madwinchiro with the wealth and maybe with experience and a vision and maybe the passion or work to make sure say from business standpoint or person ka Ghana a team succeeding. So I'm quite independent candidate and will play neutrality card regardless of the facts or MPP. Going to be dangerous elections. The chances you are referring to say the primaries, so basically through MPP and NDC, MPP primaries, that will be a very good challenger or the Bema Honorable Alan Kyerematen, the Vice President. I'm looking at a very watertight race. What he brings on board, or what I can say, and he said, it will be very tough for Vice President to cross 50%. It will be equally tough for Honorable Alan Kyerematen to cross 50% with the inclusion of Kennedy Agyapong. I'm telling you.
No, best split tema obi antimi cross 50%.
Omi ansa nyinara. A very watertight race, and I'm looking forward keenly to see that happen. And when it happens like that, he will be the kingmaker to make himself the king, or he'll be the kingmaker to make somebody a king, and then with a bargain. Okay, yes, Obaso the president. My numbers can add yours together. No, bien MPP today, I'm telling you, sir, it will be difficult for Kennedy Agyapong will race anymore. Honorable Kyerematen betimanya 50% plus 1.
It's not possible.
It will be difficult for Vice President to get 50% plus 1. Into a best split vote no. Or split vote now. Or by decision or kingmaker. Why am I saying that? From my understanding politically, yes, a traditional party, but I would talk about constituencies. All the parties, the 3 candidates, you know. His Excellency the Vice President of late, man said, the last election 2020, no, and what try say what bem to get some baby constituencies. But you and I know very well say on yeah traditional all out politician now our constituency, and he has not generated one to that extent. But our constituencies be a what my adopt because ultimately 8 vote 8 constituencies are ultimately winning ma MPP our north. Honorable Alan Kyerematen, yes, is an MPP group. I'm yet to find out, sir. Ubet Makat say validate say Central region and Ashanti region. Sa constituency we know he made it. And I say constituency way that you can connect it to Honorable Alan Kyerematen. Apart from taking out say what ye MPP old personal what try presidential primaries that. And I say Obika say a drew ni so pain. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at, say, each one of them, the strengths, because at the end of the day, no primaries and your national elections, so and your MPP primaries, and it is only reserved for MPPs. And if it is reserved for MPPs, there, then you become be say grassroots. So you become grassroots once, and then you become be say constituencies. And you become constituencies there. Yan share omumi and sano. constituencies wobetimi dey say ebi abantuma constituency no it is notably given for Honorable Alanchamatin or vice president. Apart from say man for we can talk about national say executive way fine executives in there womundu ye individual people. Some were even 270 executives they themselves do not form the quorum to decide who become the presidential candidate for the party. And the danger of it is that if Agyapong continues pushing, not all pushy, the campaign, let us not forget, say, a man for say, a bit hard, a bit emotional, a bit aggressive. For me, I believe say individual be we as biano or ne bat and on the side. But there is a person who see critically. He's speaking particularly on job creation. He's speaking particularly not too much of politics, but then or modern day politics of what somebody a youth be or think or person. But because interestingly, the youth, when it comes to the national level, no qualifier, he could be a dangerous candidate. He could surprise anybody. But before so back cross that side, the youth of MPP Nankasano, they are not members of the delegates. And Tiahono and the MPP, NDC. Now we can talk about MPP, Omna government, Omo primaries, Kofi, money crazy bemu, Ombeto. But I believe honestly, says a Kobas Ombeto dia. Honorable Chamatin can better.
May I try say may confirmation because what I know is I think chairmanship a simple majority and percentage wise may check here. I don't think mostly Naomi use the number of votes.
Yes.
Not necessarily percentage.
Whichever way it is, the number of votes will still represent percentage. I mean, you can't leave percentage out.
Sure.
If you get even 20 people it will represent a certain percentage. So what I'm saying is that say percentage as a percentage be 100% who got 50% plus one. I'm talking about say nipa 100. Of course, let's say nipa to be 30. You don't become a winner.
Yeah.
So the winner in your 32 and the winner, that 32 still represent 50% plus one. Maybe mathematically.
Okay.
And what I'm trying to say is that stimulation now or column. Any campaign now or go back to the grassroots level. And the MPP delegates that we know said this time no. Obia so an agent say on your mistake. Kofi manere emfa bankuta mono. What the man obeje? Where the man obeje? And when it matters most, Kofi, the me who say it is the biggest cocoa season for MPP delegates. No one you don't want J because we are OG majority I say because say if vice president wants to make it up, yes, Obeyusu, the president of course will back him because the baby no eso backing whether he likes it or not. Oh backina, ubetia because be an our government o man to fulfillment be of any promise on their side. Honorable Koja Alanchamatin. Ebi a 8 years ni nyina no beba no ebi a delegate and executive bi no wanya bibia from trade and the only time to interface with you anytime abe solicit ne thumbprint and ameboa you will pay not different from Honorable Candídate Agyapong and can say me I'm a rich man, I have money and I'm looking at it minimum accounts but say kobaso otua dia I believe so. Obi Ejagum do bet vice president.
Hey.
Oh yes. Oh, there be a vice president or incorruptible. Vice president, no, a civil servant, and as a fan, so a public servant, and no buy whichever. And Timinu say no businessman. And this Obenya sponsorship crana. Sponsorship won't mean to say the businessman. Or no say over 7,000 workers. I will pay salary no. Over 12 gumo.
Yeah.
Can't bet 12 gumo. Mine never 12 gum papa. Gobi. In the campaign go with this. Gobi. Where did you go there? Do you Enti can be how mo.
Yeah.
What I say? But when you know one thing, me pay a new face our Ghana government. Me pay new face our governance. Me pay new face our the country Ghana. A different political dimension, different political philosophy, different political psychologies, energies. Because say, ono say me tie na ibi, me say Facebook ibi na me tie. Or say, ono de anya brofitintin bia na e beka ho. Agrone form. Name politicians na ankasa so no, de bi on beka no. Ebi ana okodu fie ho a na wantima anya ne saa. Benem de o ka no de se saa no peso ye no. Se we de brofika bi anim. Job creation, employment, common sense family thinking, high tech. Ene yenya adwuma, punctuality. Confidence no na brofi di chichirom crew. Be open, punctual, seriousness, one bedroom ya you no explanation. Me yare, me papa yare, Sunday money doesn't come into work. We need that kind of a face. But the point is that me to about maybe anti party and be issue. Name of say bianca koye independent candidate dia. Na Kenya bad. Inti na me mom dem fi say honorable Ken Senkebia oja MPP for race in primaries no. And anka ono no koye yes we MPP member or MPP president your friend is a MP. Name of Kofi or co independent as a presidential candidate. Na MPP for ko presidential flag bearer mra. Na this is unyini di mra. Nienya one medal line. Nensha how he would appeal to the floating voters and for that matter the university graduates na Oma form association and still association in Yajuman. Niensha. Because Kofi Ahmed Abe of Ethiopia. He was a rebel boy. Or a rebel from 15 years. Only party. He was vocal. Only a peer free Ethiopia or Saba back. One party. Or the independent. Or Musa. And no car two parties in a good form. Habiana Mune, you your friend is a Mangisumu a party. No. Or can in a good form. A ship. And or firm. Cheap. Within 4 years, yes, or challenges, but the boy has done a lot. He's changing a lot of things. What him pushing Ethiopia Airlines. Apart from that, she said COVID time. This young boy of 42 years, said, no, we are not granting my flight. Mobile call. And that is where Ethiopia made their money. By the time we are COVID, no matter Dreamliner is base 6. You know, Bob? This is the knowledge. And he said, Yenya obi from the independent arena. Independent corridor. Because Ghana independent parties be bay. So cry ye, will not for you be. Kofi Muni boom. Some coming in our crack home boom. I don't got any acquire can a Kofi, where am I down for? Kofi granting. Momu come home. Now when you are among Canada, your pass for presidential candidate, call Mumusika. And I Ghana for your prepare some message you know because we take crown one first come wow. And a campaign one for pick up and quite want them when you been to wow. Mopa won't come home, Nam Coca Kennedy said, Honorable Kennedy, we MPP near Tiasie. But presidential candidates are non quadie, and can then film never be for independent. Mrs. Kennedy, a poor independent candidate. That's a group when you could dinner chair. If you are done deal, no party, no NDC, no MPP. I'm telling you. When you near
Ghana,
what's say? I dear old one say, Anya came say no Akobasumu. And like comes in Yabotre. Over chief executive Hano, stories in the Dawson. And at the Ghanaian worker. Kofi, Yamfa when you are trinchen, the Abanye 1 year, Yatiasia. But Kofi, the reality of the matter say, how well do the Ghanaians also support the government? How well do Ghanaians support their employers? Because Ghana for Juma for a humanity. They are seriously wicked. Government, yes, only mistake you. But any mistake in it, or lacking supervision. The mistake in it, on sacking the mistake in it, on your control. the mistakes on your monitoring because we for government work car crana o tim no train years 3 days near per car ne dia kogigi electricity a na government in a problem but could say was setting aside there abusive usage of government staff by Ghana government employees. That's a young president be a robedru be a feature abehwe de ekoso. And characteristically no yenya kasa so a problem because Ghanaian which adwuma. I didn't think Lebanese ni adwuma, Indian ni adwuma ko fie ekoso. Because Lebanese we in restaurant we born na ya na glass no atew. O pan the plate no atew. India no pan the plate on kasa wa twere de ato wa mo assignment so no ate. Ghana ni be kwa adwuma punctuality obeba. But se Ghana ni wo fa na adwuma na se wa Ghana ni no ukrom ni no on person obetete obeso we la kofi. Stories pa obetu aso. Obi na me dey 40 as a 15 kra no kofi. Edu ba bia you get weak and tired because you can't even understand. Some kra o ma wie school. Wo mo wie bi kra akọ eye degree. Na kofi hwe ne